Hey, Michael DeLeon on the road to recovery, and I get to travel across the country and meet amazing people. As I talk to students and as I go to jails and prisons, I find across the country people who've overcome addiction, overcome their amazing stories of bottoms and horrible stories to create that beautiful story of recovery. And I'm so grateful today to be able to share a compilation of a few interviews that we've been able to do with a good friend of ours, Chad Mattson. Prolific songwriter and amazing Christian artist. His band Unspoken is one of the best bands out there. His music inspires me, their music inspires me, and I'm so grateful to share his music and his story with you. On the road to recovery with Chad Mattson.
My name's Chad Mattson. I'm 34 years old. I'm 11 years sober from drug addiction, and my journey to recovery started with a supportive family, started with a lot of prayer, and eventually sort of ended me in a foreign country, the Dominican Republic, where I got sober and my life changed forever. And I am a grateful believer in Jesus Christ. There's no way to talk about my recovery story without talking about what Jesus has done for me. And so I play music. I'm in a Christian band, and we tour across the country sharing my story and ultimately sharing God's story of the redemptive work, the redeeming work, the taking our broken lives and mending and putting back together. And I feel like, it's a message that needs to be shared because it's a message of hope, and it's a powerful tool in our pursuit of recovery.
Only one can save us, Jesus. Everybody's searching for it. Everybody's reaching out, trying to grab a hold of something real. You are the cure. Only you can satisfy us, fill up the void inside us. Never been a heart you couldn't heal. You are the cure.
From the time 11 years ago that I was doing drugs, there was cocaine and there was marijuana and alcohol and a lot of prescription drugs, but even since then, heroin's worked its way up in, from Massachusetts and New York and all of that kind of stuff, and just going home and hanging with some of my old friends and meeting with people, you're still seeing a lot of struggle and a lot of people, still in chains, through addiction, and it's one of those things, I think in New England, one of the big things is prescription drugs, and just seeing how loosely they can give them out and how easily they're attained. I think there's a lot of things that we can do to prevent all of that. There's a very famous quote found in the Bible 2 times, and it says, "Don't be misled. Bad company corrupts good character." When I got sober, all of my friends when I got sober were 50-year-old men. I had no friends. I had none of my peers were my friends, and eventually I got new friends, with the same belief, the same like-mindedness in regards to wanting to stay away from addiction and realizing that it's destructive, obviously.
All of my mistakes woven through my story, all the mess I made.
I think the doctors play a big role in the fact that they convince, or they, talk a lot about how you can't get off this, it's gonna make you too sick. And they kind of paint this picture that you need to stay on this for the rest of your life to keep yourself healthy. And so, I hear these lies. That's exactly what they are. I think that's pretty detrimental to addicts thinking, oh, well, even my doctor said I couldn't get off this. But, I just was visiting a friend of mine in detox, and there were two brothers. One brother did it without Suboxone, the other did it with. If you can do it without, why are we offering Suboxone to get through? Let the people get sick, and let them fight through it. I think music is a powerful tool, period. There's a lot of examples in the Bible that even just music and melodies bringing peace in times of anxiety and turmoil. We need to be reminded at times, that God is with us.
Were there with me. You've been my savior, sustainer when I'm at my end. My healer, redeemer, again and again. My mother and my father, brother, sister, and friend. Everything I've needed, Lord, you've
that God has given us a way to overcome sin and to run after the things that are righteous, the things that are good, the things that bring fruit and life. So I think Christian music is impactful. I think music is impactful, period. But I do believe that Christian music, carries the ancient truths, into a new culture and a new time. And I think that's powerful because I think that all of us in recovery are looking for more than just recovery. We're looking for purpose. We're looking for peace. We're looking for forgiveness, not just from our peers and our families, but forgiveness from ourselves, to ourselves, and ultimately, forgiveness from God. And so I often talk about, recovery is amazing, and life for me I wouldn't have a family. I wouldn't have kids and a wife and a house. My life wouldn't be what it is today if I wasn't in recovery. However, even a step more than that, I found peace with the God that created the universe. I found peace in my relationships. I found peace in myself because of what Jesus has done for me. And I think that's something that recovery alone can't bring. I think it's, the song is about Jesus becoming my recovery. It's you're my recovery, you're changing me, you're healing me, you're setting me free. It's allowing Him access into our lives. And however painful at first it may be, a lot of times when you come to Jesus, it's like going to detox. It's like being ripped up and sick and, all of this, to come out of it, to fight through it.
Hey Chad, thanks so much for sitting down with us. I am truly grateful, truly appreciative of your time and your sharing your story with us so I can share your story with other people. I love sharing your music because it's so inspiring. Your music has inspired me. And I'm asking you folks, please share his story, share all these stories with people who are seeking that recovery. Maybe they can't see themselves in recovery or they're struggling in early recovery, but sometimes people need hope and inspiration in other people until they can find it in themselves. So share these stories, join the recovery army. Please share recovery because that's what we need to talk about and that's what we need to celebrate, recovery. On the road to recovery from beautiful Colorado, I'm Michael DeLeon, and we'll see you on the next episode of On the Road to Recovery.
Your love has shown me how to live. You're my recovery, changing who I was to who I'm meant to be, healing all that's broken as you wash me clean. Oh, you set me free. You're my recovery. You're my recovery. can see your truth in front of me. I am and always will be loved.